This is the push that will change you. It's gonna be the hardest push because it's the one that matters the most. Because up until this moment, you have continued to go back and forth between your current self and the person that you want to become. And trust me, I have been there. I still struggle with this because I'm so afraid of losing that current version of me. I'm so afraid of stepping out of my comfort zone. And if you are like me and you're so afraid of losing that current version of yourself, you shouldn't be, because there is so much waiting for you on the other side of fear. You just have to get there. I have so many invasive thoughts. And one thing that consistently crosses my mind is that we are all one decision away from a completely different lifestyle. So if you're trying to change your lifestyle, you need to change your choices, because essentially everything is a choice. From the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you lay your head down to rest at night, everything is a choice. Who you are, how you move, how you're perceived is a sum of all the choices that you make in your daily life. So why are you making choices that don't align with the person that you want to become? Last year, I used to complain about not really liking where I was, not really liking how I looked, not really liking the lifestyle I was living. I complained about everything. And it wasn't until my birthday of last summer that I realized that the reason why I am where I am is because of the choices that I made. And I could be someone else if I made different choices. It was all a matter of whether I was ready to make those different choices or not. In the morning, you can either make the choice to scroll on social media, or you can get out of bed and give yourself extra time to get ready for work. On the way to work, you can stop and get a donut and a sugary coffee, or you can grab yourself a yogurt and a banana. And when you get off of work, you can swing by Chick-fil-A, or you can choose to swing by Sweet Green. Everything is a choice that you are making for yourself and for your future self. So choose better for yourself. And if you take nothing else from this video, I want you to take this: that everything will change for you once you choose you. Making better choices means being a little selfish. And being selfish scares people. And it primarily scares women because we are so wired to be selfless. Some of the most successful people in the world are the most selfish people in the world. And this doesn't mean cutting people off or being rude to your friends and family or not showing up for the people in your life. However, it's setting boundaries and consistently committing to the person that you want to become. Consistently committing to the habits and consistently committing to the choices that you want to make for yourself. And let me tell you, you can only get so far in life putting everybody else above you. You can only get so far spreading yourself so thin. So I need you to be a little bit more selfish in your daily life, because you should never feel bad about making a decision that is going to better yourself, your mental health, your wellness, your physical health. You should never feel bad about making decisions for yourself. Selfishness is not something that comes easy for a lot of people. It wasn't something that came easy for me. But I knew the only way I was going to progress in my career, financially, physically, was by being selfish, and was by changing up the routine that I had gotten comfortable in. Every year, at the end of the year, I would journal about the prior year. Back when I was around 24, 25, I was always so frustrated about the progress that I had made, because I felt as though I wasn't making any progress year after year after year. And that was because I was not investing in myself. And it came to a point where I would be out at the bars with my friends. You know, when you're having a conversation with someone and they ask you about yourself, I always felt so discouraged talking about myself because I had nothing to show for it. Like, I had nothing to say except that I worked and I go out every weekend, but I had nothing else to say about myself. I wasn't a well-rounded person, and I did not like that. So then I started going out less and less because I realized that I needed to start building myself up to be somebody, take care of myself better. I wasn't working out, I wasn't eating healthy, I didn't have hobbies. Like, I needed to take care of myself. So I started to be a lot more selfish. Okay, and I will never forget this. Once I turned 26, I just shifted. I shifted my perspective, I shifted my time, I shifted my routine, and I started to become more selfish and focus more in on myself. That is what changed me. That is why I am where I am right now. Instead of going out Sunday fun day every single Sunday, I was reserving most Sundays to meal prepping and getting myself prepped for the work week. And yeah, some Sundays I would still go out, but it wasn't every single Sunday anymore. It wasn't every single weekend anymore. I was dedicating time to pouring into myself and getting prepped for the week ahead. In the mornings, I would get up and go to the gym. And yeah, I felt bad waking up my husband. At the time, he was my boyfriend. I'd wake up at 4:30 in the morning and wake him up. But I had to do this for me because that was the only time I had to work out. So yeah, I might have been waking him up at 4:30 in the morning while I was getting ready to get to the gym, but it's what I had to do to get better, okay? And these were just like little things that I was doing to better myself. And before I knew it, I was in the best shape of my life. It was because of the choices that I made. It was because I chose to be selfish. I need you to make a decision that involves no one else but you. If someone tells you, if family members are like, it's just your world, we're living in it, or is everything about Janet? Yeah. So if that means you're not as available as you once were, so be it. If that means that you are cutting off your phone at 9 o'clock at night so you can get to bed early and get up for an early morning workout, so be it. If that means that you are not going to Sunday fun day every single Sunday so you can dedicate some time to meal prepping and getting yourself prepped for the week, then so be it. Or leaving Sunday fun day early to make sure that you're able to do a quick little Sunday reset to get yourself ready for the work week, then so be it. Okay? Everybody will fall in line. Everybody should fall in line, and those who don't will fall off to the side. If you are being confronted by people in your life, take full accountability. However, also remind them that this is a season in your life. Okay? This selfish season is just that. It's a season. And it's not going to last forever, okay? You're not going to always have to go this hard. You're not going to always have to work out at the butt crack of dawn. You're not always going to have to say no to outings, right? But this is a season. This is a season that is getting you closer to where you want to be. So lean into that season, okay? Lean into the season of success. It can feel lonely. It can feel isolating. It can feel scary because at the end of the day, you don't even know if it's going to work. However, you trust in the process and you realize that this season is not going to last forever, but this season is going to be worth it. Okay, you're going to make this season worth it. Everybody who has a problem with it needs to realize that you are just in a different season of your life. You're in a season of your life that is different, that is meant to be different, but it's not going to last forever. We all live our lives in seasons. You're going to have busy seasons. You're going to have slower seasons. You're going to have seasons that are dedicated to your success. You're going to have seasons that are dedicated to building relationships with your friends and your family. The way we live our lives in seasons is so beautiful, but you need to live your life in seasons, because if you don't, that is what's going to lead you to emotional and physical burnout. That is what's going to make you fall out of love with the person that you want to become. Live your life in seasons and sit in that. Sit in it, okay? Sit in it for a while. You can have dedicated seasons to pouring into yourself, and you can have dedicated seasons to pouring into your families and friends. We're gonna have busier seasons, you're gonna have calmer seasons, you're gonna have seasons where you literally don't have time to pour into the people in your life, and you can apologize to those people for not showing up in that time. However, whenever you're in your selfish season, this is a time where you have the most clarity, okay? There's no brain fog. You have clarity within your goals, within the things that you want to achieve, within your routine, okay? That clarity does not last forever. It gets foggy at times, especially as life happens. So take full advantage of that season of clarity, of the season of selfishness, because it does not last forever. And this is your time to get as far ahead as you can so you can become who you want to be. I like to think that between the ages of 25 and 45, you're going to have so many seasons of success to tap into. And if you do not take advantage of those seasons, it's really going to affect you. It's really going to affect you in the long run. So take advantage of the seasons of selfishness. If you are currently trying to move into a selfish season, what can you do for yourself to get yourself closer to who you want to become? What are some things that you can do for yourself? I want you to know that I am rooting for you during this selfish season. So what's next? I'm going to be giving you a little bit of encouragement to help you push past these boundaries, okay? Okay, number one is I need you to release all of the expectations that other people have set for you. Sometimes, whenever we are trying to become a new version of ourselves, the people around us become very resistant, okay? They don't like it, okay? Especially our closest people. A lot of people are not able to accept change. However, if you are coming to your people in your life and telling them, hey, I am trying to pursue this. I am trying to do this for myself. I need this moment for myself. I need this. And they are coming at you with resistance. I need you to release that and tell them, hey, just because you are so used to me doing this, right? You're so used to me being a certain way does not mean that I am not allowed to change this for myself, to become this for myself. You need to release those expectations because I am choosing me now. I am choosing me moving forward. And it can be hard, especially if you've been in a long-term relationship for a very, very long time and you've, lived your life doing one thing for so long, or if you have kids, it can be hard, but everybody should and will fall in line once they realize that you are actually serious about this change, okay? Let me tell you, I remember when I was in high school, my parents made a huge diet change, okay? They were trying to lower their cholesterol. They were trying to get healthy. I was like, what? Like, y'all are trying to be healthy? What is this? My mom started cooking with less inflammatory oils. Her food started tasting different. They stopped buying sugary foods. They stopped buying a lot of things, okay? And I did not take them seriously in the beginning. I was like, what is this? What is this? This was the new expectation that they were setting for themselves. And guess what? We all fell in line. We all fell in line until I went to college. And that's where everything went downhill for me. My parents decided that they were going to become healthier. And although we had only known them one way for so long, that wasn't our place to tell them that they shouldn't be like that. They shouldn't be trying to be healthy at this point because you've been this way for so long. That was not our place to say that, right? Or to do that. We did go in on them, but looking back, I'm like, wow, that was just so smart. That was like good for them, right? That was so good for them. They stopped buying soda. They just changed their lives. They put their health first in that moment. You are struggling with maybe this change affecting your family or the people around you. Just know that everybody should fall in line. And if they don't, continue to choose you. Continue to choose you. Because eventually they will have no choice but to fall in line. Life will get better when you stop chasing perfectionism and you start chasing progress, okay? Progress in whatever you are trying to achieve. Life will get better when you stop chasing perfectionism. Because the thing is, when you are chasing perfectionism, it makes you start and stop and start and stop because you only want to see yourself doing these things perfect, okay? You only want to see this perfect version of you. But when you stop caring about perfection and you start leaning into progress, you'll realize that there are going to be moments where you're great. There's going to be moments where you're mediocre. There's going to be moments where you're not doing anything that you're supposed to be doing. But when you add it all up and you dedicate your time to showing up as your best self every single day, even if it's just at 180 or 50%, you're going to realize that all that matters is progress. All that matters is just moving and progressing within life. Okay, it can be a slow upwards battle. There can be huge spikes, right? But the only thing that matters is progress. We don't want to just go here and then stay here, here, and then spike up and then bring it all the way back down here. We don't want that anymore, right? We do not want to keep starting back at square one. So change your mindset. Perfection should not be the goal. Progress should be the goal. And this has led to the biggest change in my fitness journey. I'm not trying to be perfect every single day. I'm not trying to be this perfect Pilates princess. I am just focused on showing up in the best way that I can every single day. And that is what leads to progress. That is what leads to true and realistic progress. So next, I need you to get out of your comfort zone. You are only going to experience true growth in your life by getting out of the bubble that you've put yourself in and realizing that true growth comes from being a little bit uncomfortable on a daily basis. When you think about it, if you're trying to go on a new diet, it is not supposed to feel easy. It is not supposed to just make you feel energized within the first couple of days. But trust me, once you get onto the other side of this being a new diet for you or a new lifestyle change for you, that is when you're going to see the positive changes in that. So whenever you switch your diet from a very overindulgent diet to something cleaner, you will hear everybody say how they have so much more energy, they feel so good because they eat clean, etc., etc. However, that is not how it starts off in the beginning, okay? That is not how it starts off in the beginning. It is very uncomfortable in the beginning. The first week or two is very uncomfortable. You do not see the benefits of the journey very early on. You do not feel the benefits of the journey very early on. You don't feel the benefits of it until you've been consistently doing it for a while. So yeah, you're going to try to start eating healthy and you're going to feel like crap in the beginning because your body is not used to it and your body has to adjust to it. But that is a moment of discomfort, and that discomfort is going to lead to your growth. It's going to lead to your progress in this journey. Same thing with working out. There are gonna be times where you feel like fainting in the middle of a session. There are gonna be times where you feel like fainting during your spin class or your Barry's boot camp class. You're gonna feel overwhelmed on the treadmill for like 10 minutes, or you're not gonna be able to last on the Stairmaster for more than 5 minutes. However, that is not going to last forever. And you're going to feel uncomfortable the first couple of times you do it. However, over time, that discomfort is going to become progress. You just have to give yourself the time to get there. Give yourself the time to get there by literally expanding your comfort zone. You have to expand your comfort zone to see true growth in your life. Everything is going to feel uncomfortable in the beginning. Everything is going to feel uncomfortable. And trust me, we all deal with it. It's like, I like my routine. I like my safety net. I like how I feel in the moment. I just do not want to go through this weird, uncomfortable moment. But I promise you, it will get better as long as you commit to it. You just have to commit to the bit. Okay. And lastly, I want to leave you with this. Whenever things get hard, I need you to remember that you are bridging the gap. Whenever things get hard, the first thing that needs to come to mind is, I'm bridging the gap. That's why this feels hard. That's why I don't feel comfortable right now. That's why I want to quit, is because I am currently bridging the gap. And I am honestly on my way to becoming her. And if I quit now, where am I going to be? I'm going to be back at square one. You feel uncomfortable right now because you are probably steps away from that version of yourself that you want to be so bad. You're probably steps away from her. Every time you want to quit, I need you to look behind you and look at the progress you've made. Look at how far you've come. You didn't get this far just to get this far and not keep going. Look at the journey. It's really hard to visualize the journey and how far you've come while you're currently on the journey. Unless you are keeping tabs of the progress through your phone, metrics, whatever it is, it's really hard to visualize it. As you're on the journey and as it gets hard, it's so easy for you to just want to give up, because you don't feel like you've made a lot of progress. And me just saying this right now is like literally expanding my thought process on how far I've made it in so many different areas of my life. You just have to realize that it might not feel like you have made so much progress, but you have. You are currently bridging the gap. Remember that. And you are currently the person that you want to be. You are her. You might feel like you're just working towards her, but no, you are her. You have become her. And at this point, giving up makes no sense. Giving up makes no sense. I need you to keep pushing and keep working, Because like I said at the beginning of the video, there's so much waiting for you on the other side of fear. You just have to get there.